So, okay, let's take the catwalk as an example. Now, you're in this darkness, in this factory, okay? Now, that's the world you're in, okay? That's the world you're in. It's a factory, just like a factory, all right? Things are manufactured in a factory, aren't they? Well, you're in basically creation. That's what creation is. It's just a factory. Things are manufactured here. You think it's life. No, it's not. It's a factory. You just make things, make up things, ideas, whatever. So you're on this catwalk, okay? And catwalks are a little scary, aren't they? Because it's only for risk takers, because you are starting to see what's going on in this creation or this factory. You see, you're on the catwalk, all right? Now, for the most part, most people aren't up on the catwalk, are they? And so it's all darkness all around you. Now, if you notice, but at this point you haven't, because again, it's 50 years, all right? So again, we're in year one here, aren't we? So as you're walking along the catwalk and it takes a T, it goes to the right or left. Well, this is your first exposure to taking the risk. So of course you go to the left, because the left is the past. It's something that you already know and is familiar with. So you're going to go to the left first, which you did. And so, but all of a sudden, now funny things are happening when you're going to the left. The walls are moving, it's the old saying, the walls are caving in on me. It's an old saying, all right? Many of these things go off old sayings, okay? Not necessarily old wisdom, but old sayings that, the average person uses. And so you go back the other way. You have the left-hand side, the right-hand side. So you go back the other way. But you see, as of yet, you didn't see the way to go is off the catwalk, beyond the catwalk. That's the risk taker position. It's called taking the leap. Okay, but you didn't do that because you don't know that yet. So you take the right-hand side, which you think is whatever. Well, the right-hand side is the future. Okay, so you decided to go right. And so you'd think, well, this is the right way to go because it's right. Okay, see, and again, the left-hand side, that's what you left behind. You see, you're going with your old routines. When you go left, those are the things you left behind. Remember, all life is now, right now. There's no future, past, even present. There's none of that. There's only now. And you decide. So you have all these routines that you've come to know. So it's easiest for you to go left thinking that, oh, that's familiar, etc. So those from this moment here, you've left all that behind. So now you go to the right, and with the literal part of yourself, you're thinking, okay, this is the right way to go. Now I'm right. You see? So now you're going right, and all these funny things are happening. And yes, you see the signs, but you don't recognize them. They're a little slurry to you, you see? And so, because you're just starting out, it's just like a kid in first grade when the teacher's giving the lesson and starts to write the ABCs on the board. And probably with your mother, you sang the ABC song, A, B, C, D, but you didn't know how to put together the letters and recognize how they could be put together. So when you're looking and singing those letters, and now you're in first grade and the teacher's writing those letters, well, again, it's kind of like the signs you see. You don't know how to put it together yet. So the signs are there to show you what's going on, but you don't recognize it yet. It's recognition, you see, and it's impressions, etc. And the old guy that you can't quite get to, well, no, that's you in the future. That's when you're old and have the long beard. Well, the beard the idea is that you're really old. Okay, that's all. So it can kind of perform itself in any way. It really doesn't matter. And so again, you're in the factory of creation. You're seeing creation as it really is. It is really a dark, gloomy, strange place. But you're a surface world person. You see it like, like Disneyland and Hollywood and all these things in your mind that you can create, etc. See, you're seeing that side of the matrix. Now you're seeing the real side of it. That's not all of it. There's more to it, good, bad, and different, whatever, but you're seeing actually how it is now. The walls are caving in, they're kind of wobbly and whatever, because see, creation is cause and effect. It's all set up like this purposely. It's really a school for all of us to go through until we recognize our real awareness. Creation is agitation. It's to agitate you to wake up, or if you want to stay lost with the agitation and be the effect of everything, well, you can do that too. See, you make the decision, you are the decider. There's no gods. Okay, that's all made up to you by the reptilians. You are the decider. There's a whole lot more to this, but it's going to take you quite a while to learn to recognize it, but you're going through the first stages. But all of a sudden, you're in this experience and you're looking at all this and it's like, what the heck is this? So see, if you don't have any information or knowledge that makes sense, you're not going to know what the heck you're going through. You're just going to think, oh, this is just a bad dream. I'll just forget it. I'll just keep going with my surface life. But realistically, you're going to meet all that at some point. You just don't know it yet. And so this is a heads up for you. But the factory, because that's what creation is, it's a factory. And there are endless portals and dimensions basically in it. But it's as big as a speck of dust compared to the real universes and your real awareness. But that's going to take you a while to get to that, more so than any spiritual program or idea or wisdom, masters and gurus, etc. All that stuff's cute and the old stories, but that's all they are. So now you're getting to the real part of it that they don't tell you about. And so they're putting you in this experience so that you might say you have an alarming view to get you to react. And yes, it seems very real and vivid because it is, and you're just not seeing it yet because now you're back on the surface world here, okay? And it all seems real, etc. But you're seeing, you just saw, like your other experiences that we talked about, which are very good, Phil, you're seeing the real side of creation. You're seeing it right there. That's exactly what it is now. That is the created consciousness from eons as to what it's become. That's it. And the walls are closing because this creation bubble is imploding and trying to get as many unaware souls through this into the real universes, because you're going to go into another creation bubble and start over again for many, many lifetimes if you don't get it this lifetime. And that's how real it is, and it's all up to you. So this is where I suggest you listen and pay attention to your experiences, because that's a very real experience. And you can think whatever you want. It's not a belief system here. Life makes sense, but you're in creation. This is not life. And to get through it, you have to recognize how to do that. And it all depends upon your choices and your intent. So you went left, you went right. Okay, are you happy with that? You want to meet that future? Is that what is that what you want? Because you made the choice. And see, you don't know the choices you're making every day. You think you're going out there and having fun and doing your La La Land thing. Well, you don't see the choices you're making. You don't see the effects and the end result of that. See, just like the signs, you're not able to read the signs yet. You don't see it yet. So you got a ways to go to start recognizing what's really going on. Until you do, you're going to be the effect of everything. And if you wait too long, you're going to be that old man. You're going to be gone, and you're going to be into a new lifetime. And you will have forgotten all of this, and you will start over again and try to find it again.
Why do you think the old man or old me was beckoning me the inspect the sign further?
Was doing what?
He was kind of mentally, or it wasn't really verbally telling me, but I could kind of sense it mentally to just inspect and touch the sign. As if I needed to focus on that.
Again, you might say, in a way, the old saying, well, I'm feeling myself along. Okay, kind of in that respect. Okay, so again, the teacher gives you a book, you start reading it, and it's like, oh, gee, this is way beyond me. So you tell the teacher, well, I'm trying to figure this out. I'm kind of feeling my way along with it. You see?
Mm-hmm.
You see? So it's kind of like that as you're on the catwalk, and that's what it is, because the catwalk, you know, just imagine a factory, and the catwalk's way up there, 20, 30 feet, whatever. There's a catwalk up there, okay, because it goes to the air conditioning and other things or whatever. Well, it's kind of scary up there.
Mm-hmm.
See, what you've done is you've stepped up to take the risk to see something else. So it's kind of scary. You're on the catwalk. You know, you're not on a sidewalk. You're not on a street. It seems very solid. You're on a catwalk, and sometimes it's just a 2x6 or a 2x8 or a 2x10. It's a little wobbly. It's a little bouncy. You're on the catwalk.
Mm-hmm.
You see? But you're doing it. You're taking the risk to see more than everybody else. That's the idea. But again, you're seeing what creation really is. You're going to remember this experience the rest of your life. And as you go along, you're going to refer to it many, many times as you look at the world. Now, use that experience, compare it to the world, and then compare all of that to the sun shining. Okay? So
Okay.
again, I'm giving you
And
hints.
to the bird. And to the birds.
Giving you the hint as to how to see this now, but just take your time. So the boys are putting you in a position, just like Eric, they're giving you some experiences to see how you do. Also, there's many sides to this. There's not just da-da. Now you can go, I would suggest go talk to some psychics too about these things. Now they're going to have a viewpoint, but they're not going to have a universal viewpoint. They're going to have basically physical astral viewpoint. They're going to be able to see more and about yourself, etc. And you want to introduce them to Revazar and the Real Guides too. I suggest you talk to some good psychics, okay? They're going to help you along too to see things. And so they're going to give you notions, but psychics only see so far. They're mostly in the personal realm, but they do see more than most people, but they don't see into the real universes. They don't even know what that is. Okay, that's why I'm saying my experiences are just, no, you can't even be explained. Okay, so the thing being is that, but these are the steps. These are the first steps. And again, you've had a lot too, Phil, with what you've gone through already, etc. You're seeing the civilization. You're seeing the giant robots. You see all this stuff, and that's exactly what is happening. Look at the robotization of the society with all the Wi-Fi and the technology and everything. That's all from the reptilians. Okay. They invented all that from the Queen of Orion, etc. That's what the three pyramids of Gaza. They point to the Orion's belt, just like in Men in Black, etc. Very, very real. I know the Queen. We put her in the Phantom Zone, etc. She's a bitch, but she's got a lot of clones and out there and endless little mongrels that bother people and suck them dry. They're the original vampires. And so it gets into a whole lot more than that. But see, you don't see that because it's hidden from you. But you just keep going through lifetime after lifetime after lifetime unaware, okay? And they keep using you and they keep taplining you until you start to wake up and see all this. So again, a step at a time, you're seeing what creation is, and there's going to be a lot more. You've already seen a whole lot more than most people do, to tell you the truth. Yeah, a whole lot, young man, and that's good. I see the struggle that people are going through because I've been there myself. And creation is necessary, but at the same time, it sucks, and it's not what you think it is. I don't care what you consider about the surface world. That ain't it. Okay, you're totally fooled. And so, in this way, you're going to start to see what's really going on, just like in the movie The Matrix, starts to see behind the scenes of what's going on. But that movie, those movies with Keanu Reeves, that's just step one. That's nothing compared to what you're going to be going through. See? That's just step one. Yeah. And so They just brush that over, etc. So, and interestingly enough, the people that made the fellows that made the movie, they stole that from a lady that was a seer. They stole that story and everything because she was a seer, she could see it, and they stole it from. Very, very interesting. So you got a lot of James Bond stuff going on in this world, but that's okay. That's okay. They made the movie, and it is a very good, effective start for people to see that, yeah, you are in the Matrix, and your experience there, it's capsulized for you, okay? And just like you take a pill or a capsule, instead of having all the doctors and nurses and hospitals there, you just take a pill instead. You see, it's all capsulized for you in your experience, and that's creation. But creation's freaking huge. But again, it's a speck of dust compared to the real universe is literally a speck of dust. Your awareness is bigger than the sky, but you got to get to the point where you recognize that and free yourself from creation. So, but you got to go through the process to recognize it. It's not just that, oh, gee, I want to go here or there. It's not about going here or there. There's no such thing. It's an isness. Okay, and this is what most of the masters and gurus and all that, they don't know that. It's an isness to be recognized. It's not a place that you go. And there are places, yes, and you do go to them. But through the process of movement, you gain experience, but you need to recognize there's no such thing as movement because you're always now, you're always here, and to recognize what's real, what already is. And so that's more than creation, and that's something that your mind can't even consider. So you have to deal with yourself. You are your own problem, and that is you to get through yourself first. Yeah. Yeah, and that's a lot. Oh, that's plenty for tonight. It's been about an hour here. So again, you kids got a lot to go through. So again, week by week, all right, at least get a couple experiences, and you will do the new you before you go to sleep, and you can explain to them what the real side is, all right? Not hard. But again, write down your experiences the best you can. Just be ready to write them down, and pretty soon this is going to help you wake up little by little, and you're going to see the world a little different.
That's the plan, man.